welcome viewers. You're listening to Faulty Logix, and we have Billy, Dan, and me, Wayne. And today we're going to talk about that guy that tried to teach us Asians how to eat pho.
The people who haven't seen the video, it's basically a Philadelphia chef who is kind of going.
I don't know what his name is.
I don't remember his name too.
But
But he was basically explaining how he kind of thinks people should eat pho and how it's the new hip thing, even though
Which is so off because it's been around for so long.
at least in Toronto, I don't know about in the States, but pho has been around for a long ass time.
I guess Philadelphia, all they had was cheesesteak sandwiches, right?
Yeah. I think in Toronto, most of us I think grew up eating pho before we even had ramen, right?
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people didn't even know what ramen was.
My family's Vietnamese, so I have pho all the time.
Yeah, mine too. Like every weekend.
Yeah, it's
So
a
good.
bomb.
I don't think I had it I think I started having it maybe like when I was a teenager, but it was like pho, and then for like 8 or so years, and then those hipster ramen places started popping up, and then that was like university time.
So Wayne, you watched the video. At
Got
first, you
angry.
were triggered. Yeah, you were super triggered and angry about it. Watching it multiple times. Could you explain your thought process going through the video?
I didn't like the fact at how someone wanted to tell me how to eat my shit. And some of the stuff just seemed kind of absurd to me. Especially that one part. You agreed with me, Dan, when he said, I actually thought he was saying this is actually the proper way or the best proper way to do it.
Like
No.
how you should do it, and
Yeah, like taking chopsticks and fucking twirling
Oh,
the
like
noodles.
spaghetti, yeah.
Yeah.
Like spaghetti.
I was like, this is not fucking spaghetti and meatballs.
I think like what I thought when I saw that was that like if you can't use chopsticks, just use a fork. It's like it's okay to eat it with a fork and a
Yeah,
spoon.
it's not like insulting your family honor or
What
something.
pissed
It doesn't
me
matter.
even more is like during the clip, it was showing. I'm assuming it's his hand. The guy didn't even know how to use chopsticks properly either.
Yeah,
It looked really off. Maybe it's like,
That's true.
It's annoying seeing people use chopsticks like that because they're not meant to.
and then they tell you how to use it, right? Like,
Yeah.
The other thing too is like he's also telling you how to use chopsticks properly and like with your middle finger in the center and in between
Oh, actually,
the two
I
sticks and
didn't
stuff
even
like
know
that.
he was trying to do that. When I was watching it, I mostly just paid attention to.
Oh,
what
he wasn't. But what did he?
He did. He's like, yeah, you're
Oh,
you're
yeah.
traditionally supposed to have your middle finger in between the two chopsticks or whatever like that.
Maybe you guys are just angry because I didn't pay
I
attention
am
to any
angry.
of that. All I paid attention to was him talking about the seasoning and how
Yeah.
you don't add sriracha and the hoisin sauce, right?
Yeah,
The hoisin?
he's saying like it was a super fine dining restaurant, where
Maybe
You
that's
have to
the way
catch up for your
his
steak.
but that's maybe the way his restaurant is, right? Like he wants it to be like those prestige places where like you know
but it's
But-
pho.
But there are different ways to hold chopsticks as well too, and this
Yeah.
is something that I've kind of noticed or observed in my
in your life
20-something
in
years,
your
yeah.
life
And
a long
uh,
span of 20 something years.
basically, the way that he was showing you how to hold the chopsticks in the video, that's traditionally more so for like Chinese, Cantonese culture, and also
No, I don't think so.
and
Like,
also Japanese culture,
the way I saw him use the chopsticks was pretty much how they teach you on those packets of chopsticks.
which are Japanese.
I don't know, because every time I try to read those instructions
Yeah.
and use it myself, I can't do it.
The way you hold it like that is designed for you to pick up single objects.
Yeah.
Whereas the way
Feels
that
like
I
it's very
hold,
weak.
Yeah, exactly. It feels very weak. You don't have the power. You want to like grab a whole
Okay,
bunch of food and like.
As I grew up, the way I
Yeah.
held my chopsticks kind of evolved. Or there's a transition.
It's a natural
As a
progression.
kid, you do that cross style, right?
I do the cross style
Now?
Yeah, because
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's a lot more power. I can like
No.
pick everything up.
Okay, I used to do that as a kid, but the thing is, with that style, grab something that's hard and kind of slippery, it kind of just slips out. So now I actually have the middle finger, which was the ring finger. Each of them is propped against the chopstick,
that's interesting.
so that's like an extension of my finger now.
I see.
And that way I
You
find
gotta
the
give
chopstick.
extra support
Yeah.
to the chopstick.
So it's like pushing against my thumb, right?
yeah.
So like you also build grip strength.
Yeah.
I think the way that I use chopsticks is still with the three main fingers, the middle, the index, and the thumb.
See, if you use like Korean chopsticks like that, it doesn't. You
It
can't
clamps.
hold it. Yeah, you can't hold
yeah,
the
with
thing.
Korean,
Yeah, you
Korean
can't do it with
chopsticks, I
that.
can't do it, especially the ones that are like flat for some reason.
Yeah, they're flat. But the way I do it with the crossing, I can use Korean chopsticks.
Like
Yeah.
halfway
But
through
it's
my
like-
pork bone soup, my hand cramps and I have to
Yeah.
take a rest.
That's why you do all the meat first. so then you have to.
I've learned. And then I'm like, fuck the chopsticks, I use a spoon.
Yeah, then you use a spoon and eat it like it's like gumbo or something. Just like
Yeah.
get lazy.
But basically, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, there's ways to use chopsticks for different purposes. So, one, you could be picking up single items or whatever.
Mhm.
The way that I use it is traditionally because I'm used to eating noodles and
Yeah.
soup. So, it's like flat, so you can get a bunch of it. If you use the other way, it's going to all fall out. You can't hold shit for noodles. You're going to get one noodle every time.
I guess that's way of like how Chinese people like kind of share food. So you can kind of pick it up and then give it to someone else in their bowl and like here you should eat this, or your grandparents always like force you to eat by like taking it and putting
Yeah.
it in your bowl. So maybe that's why. And
Another
now
thing too is I get yelled at by my grandpa all the time for this. When you use a chopstick and you go pick something up, I don't know, I kind of rotate my wrist counterclockwise and sometimes pick stuff up like almost upside down.
that's weird.
It is kind of weird.
It's like you're breaking your fingers. It's just like, oh.
I don't know why. It's just like picking up.
Maybe
like
because
that,
it looks
right?
like you're trying to bust a cap in someone's
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah, it's like a gangster style of using chopsticks.
You don't
But-
want someone to take your food. You gotta kind of like scare them off too.
But apparently it's like
And
bad
then
luck or
roast it.
something from what my grandpa says. He
Honestly, Chinese
Everything's bad luck.
everything is
I
bad
guess
luck.
so.
You
It's
can
just
put it
Chinese
on the
food.
left glove first, and it probably is bad luck.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as like correcting you if you're left-handed. They correct you to be a
Yeah,
right-hander.
it's like-
right? So
Oh, I
That's
know.
the same
I know.
story,
Actually, I
something
know
like that.
someone who had to go through that. Damn, I feel so bad. 'Cause
Asian?
Yeah.
because as a kid,
Really?
yeah, she was born left-handed, right? But
Yeah.
because in Chinese school you can't write with your left hand, so they
Yeah.
force you to use your right hand. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, you're conditioned in China.
At
It's
least they
crazy.
didn't pop off the left hand just to force you right.
I think they might tie it or they'll
Yeah, they hit you. They hit you. If you use your left hand, they hit you. Just like
They hit you
smack
regardless.
That's
Yeah.
true, but they hit your left hand specifically if you don't.
They just break it.
You go to school, it's like your hands are bruised. I was like, what happened to him? He's like, oh, I fell down the stairs.
I heard the teachers tell you don't tell your parents you fell, right?
That is hilarious.
Yeah, we all got beat.
Yeah, so I guess it was some sort of conditioning that my grandpa was trying to do or something. But even to this day, I still do it, but he always disapproves of it.
I think that's why you guys don't like the chopsticks thing when the guy was talking about it, because you guys are traumatized clearly
just
as
annoying
children. Like, clearly you guys are traumatized. I don't care about the chopsticks thing. I care more about the sriracha thing. Is like, I want to put sriracha in my noodles if I
'cause-
wanted to.
How we see pho is pretty much, it's comfort food, right?
Yeah,
You
that's
want
true.
to eat it whatever way you want
Yeah.
to make you happy. Now we have this guy saying, you're going to eat it the way I want you to eat it, right?
Well, I guess that is just fine dining in general, right?
but
Like,
it's not fine dining. It's pho.
yeah, but he's trying to make pho into
He's-
fine dining, right?
If it's fine dining, it's going to be 3 noodles with like a quarter piece of sliced beef.
That's true. On a
Right?
on a plate
With
that is
some,
just
like-
They had some fine dining Vietnamese restaurants up here in Markham for a while, but
What
they
are they
didn't.
serving?
It's the same shit, but they're just trying to make it nice, right?
oh, like high quality
high
broth
quality. The whole place looks nicer. They have like the fancy
High-end MSG.
They have the fancy bowls.
It's like they laid out the MSG in the sun and let it like crystallize more and then put it back in.
Yeah, they have these stupid fancy bowls and everything. It's like, no, this is not what it's about.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna eat McDonald's, you know it's disgusting and you just want to eat it and you don't want it any better because you don't care that it's any better. If you want the pho, I just want it the way it is. Like, it doesn't need to be fancy. Just
Yeah.
give me
Like,
the
I don't
pho.
need my Big Mac put on a plate with my
Yeah.
fries. There. Like, I want to eat it out of the wrapper.
I think it would actually just make me feel uncomfortable if I'm in a setting where it requires me to act like this shit is more than what it is.
It's like eating pizza with you know those fancier places where you eat pizza with a knife and fork.
That-
Like
Don't
those
shit
big-
on that. What's wrong with that?
What?
Wow. Wow.
I've done it once in a while.
Wow.
I normally eat the way everyone eats it.
Wow.
I found myself in situations I needed to use a fork and knife.
I only do that because I feel peer pressured when I look around. You know, like everyone else is doing that. It's like, fuck, I don't want to be a slob.
I don't know. I did it once at this one fancy, whatever they're called, those high-end
Pizzeria?
pizza. Yeah, just a marinara pizza and had arugula on it.
Oh yeah, yeah. They
that
always
shit's
need to
bomb.
have arugula because it just
And
makes it
yeah,
fancy.
that you needed a fork just so you could get everything in one place.
Excuse.
I don't know. I think the only way it would be okay for me to eat pizza with a fork, no knife, just a fork, is if I'm eating friggin' legit deep dish pizza where like you can't really pick it up. Like, you
Oh,
kinda
it's so
have to-
thin, you mean?
Deep dish.
Deep dish would be thick.
So it's
Thick
thick
ones.
and everything's like
It's like a
falling
pie.
out and shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, it's like
yeah.
the ones that like Pizza Hut does super like thick
Yes.
and cheesy.
Thicker.
Yeah, I
ones.
don't get that.
Thicker.
I always see that deep dish shit in their advertisement, but I
Never had it?
I've never had
co-
legitimate deep dish pizza in Toronto.
It comes in like, well, I don't know how legit it is, but I had it at Pizza Hut where it comes in a cast iron skillet and then they cook it in that and put that in the
Wait,
oven.
so
And
is
it
that actually a separate pizza or is
It's a
that
pan
all their
pizza.
pizza?
I think that was separate because the other ones came differently. Because that
Really?
one, like specifically, they put the whole thing into the oven and then they took it out. So I don't-
With that steel thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just a pan pizza from
Oh.
Pizza Hut.
all right,
I think
well,
that's pretty normal.
it was pretty delicious though. So
It is delicious.
whatever.
Pizza Hut's delicious.
Yeah, Pizza Hut is great.
Like a deep dish pizza would probably be like, I don't know, 2-3 inches thick. And it's like, the ones that I've had, I had Little Caesar deep dish pizza and it tasted just like Pizza Hut's pizza. And all it was a thicker crust. I'm like, no, give me that topping, man.
Have you guys been to a Pizza Hut in Asia?
I have
No.
once, yes.
No,
It's like
it's
different?
really good,
It's a
actually.
sit- well, I don't know if it's really good, but it's a sit-down restaurant, right? It's like
there are some Pizza Huts that are sit down.
no, I'm saying like there's a host at the front door to take you to your seat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been to
Pizza
one that
Hut.
was here. That was
Yeah.
like that. I think it was a kid, but I don't know if they're still around. But
I know
take
there
you-
are sit-downs, but not like please wait to be seated type of place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go to Markville. They have
really?
it.
They still
yeah.
have it?
Yeah.
Because this one is like, and then the big thing about the Asia Pizza Huts. So I think it was every single table they have this one bowl, so they can make one trip to the salad bar and only one trip. So all these Chinese people doing their thing.
How do they know you can only go once? Like,
I
how do
guess
they
they-
monitor that? Like, do
I don't
they
know,
watch
it's
you
like
and like, no, I've seen you before. Go away.
But pretty much put as much shit as
Yeah,
you can
obviously,
on this
'cause
one bowl.
That's
You-
why they don't do that. They don't
you
live
can,
in
no,
you.
you can even find photos of people's work
Yeah.
at these pizza.
So they
Huts.
intentionally kind of try to stack as high as possible.
So like I think I made mine about a foot high.
Oh my god.
So it's like the bowl. I would say less than 1.
Did you even eat that,
No,
or just want to do it just to say?
No, because it's for the whole table. So the ice
Oh,
cream.
one bowl
for
for the whole table.
Yeah, I
What
think
the-
it was something like that. But pretty much the bowl was, from what I remember, it felt like it was around 1 foot. So first thing I thought was, okay, I'm gonna
So
get
it's like a
some
salad bowl
cucumbers
almost.
and make the bowl even wider.
So you're thinking about the structural integrity of the bowl.
You keep stacking
Yeah,
cucumbers
it's
on
like,
the sides.
So we add this here. It can add strength for
Yeah.
everything else.
You might as well add some toothpicks to just kind of like keep it in place and everything like
No, you
stays.
can go and do it. You can find all these pictures, which is pretty fucked up. And I'm sure no one's eating this shit.
Yeah, they just want to do it just to say screw you. Don't tell us how much.
Yeah,
we
it's
need.
like what people were doing here and everywhere else for the what do you call it? That's maybe slushy day at 7-Eleven,
Slushy.
where you could just bring whatever container you want.
Oh, I remember
And it
that.
costs like $1.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, so people bring fish tanks, rice cookers, toilet bowls, and they're just filling that shit up for like $1.
Stupid.
And it would just post it up.
People are just trolls that have no
Yeah.
like there's nothing better to do just to mess with the company.
It does bring awareness to all these different companies, and I guess
Just don't do stuff like this. Don't limit people, even though they can clearly see that I can get however much I want.
the store is like, this is fun, but it's costing me a lot
Yeah.
of money.
Well, I guess it's kind of good advertisement because people want to come to
You
do
should have
stupid
like
stuff,
a
Yeah.
wall of fame or
and then they
something
might
like
buy
that.
something else.
Yeah, then you
Yeah.
you get a lineup of people paying $1 for like $2 worth of slushy.
Yeah, but then if they buy a bag of chips,
No one's gonna buy a bag of chips.
but they might.
If
That's
they
the
have
point.
If they have a tank full of slushy, they're not gonna have anything else.
Maybe they'll be like, I'm gonna get hungry on my drive home. I'm carrying this humongous tank. Like, I gotta buy a bag of chips now.
You might buy bag of chips.
You're gonna look at it, or they're gonna like highlight it with like shine lights at it and be like,
Yeah.
buy this bag of chips.
If
now.
you're gonna have all that slushy, you're gonna want to eat something as well.
Similarly, you're probably just gonna steal it anyways.
Or you can get their hot dog and put a bunch of cheese on
I
it.
never had it. I don't know why. When I see these hot dogs in those rotations,
I never had it sober.
it looks dirty.
It does look disgusting, but when
Yeah,
you're
it's hard
like
to trust.
It's like,
when you're not sober, it's fucking delicious.
what's that thing that they have? Is it called? It looks like a Mexican spring roll.
The burrito thingy?
No, it's not burrito. It looks like a spring roll. It looks like it's fried. It looks
Oh,
like
the
sausage
churro.
roll?
The churro?
No, it's not churro.
No,
Churro
sausage
is a,
roll. Is it
is it
sausage
sausage
roll?
roll?
I don't know.
But whatever. That shit looks like it's been there for ages.
Yeah, the churro. It's like the
No,
deep fried.
churro is not. No, this thing I'm talking about. It looks like a spring roll. Churro is not that. I know I
Okay,
churro.
okay,
I love churro.
okay.
We
You
don't
love
have-
churros?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
the
don't-
Costco ones.
We don't have it here.
We don't have it here.
No, that's in the
Oh,
States.
that's in the States.
It's
only?
not a
Oh
Mexican
man.
here.
Oh.
The churros at Main Street Unionville with ice
They
cream.
do.
Yeah.
I had it at
At the Mexican
I
place.
had it at No, what's weird? I had it at Kensington Market. It was a Cuban
It's
place.
pretty hipster. So yeah.
It was very hipster.
Oh, I had it around. I don't think it's the same one, but I had it in
Next to
Kensington
Dirty
as well.
Bird.
It's like called. There's like a skull on the
I
logo.
can't remember. It was very new when I went.
Yeah.
It was recent. It wasn't that great, but it was churro, so I still enjoyed it.
Churros are a very weird texture because it's like
No, 'cause
sweet and like
Yeah,
savory.
no, it's crispy on the outside and fluffy on the
It's
inside.
nice with ice cream on top of it.
It's basically like a
And they had a caramel dipping sauce. I'm like, fuck, I'm fat.
I think we got completely off topic, but
We're gonna
Okay.
talk about it again?
So the pho.
yeah, the pho guy.
Fucking-
All right, the pho guy.
Okay, so the other thing too is that he talked about putting jalapenos into your pho. I've never seen anywhere in
Yeah,
Toronto
it's not-
use jalapeno
But
peppers.
but they do have jalapenos like
It's
laid out.
chili
You
peppers.
know,
It's chili peppers.
is it jalapeno?
Jalapenos and chili peppers are different. Jalapenos
Yeah.
Oh
are the big
yeah,
ones.
yeah, it's small. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's a
true.
green
Small,
little
just
chili
peppers.
pepper, right?
Well, maybe that's just a Toronto thing where they just have peppers.
No,
Maybe
maybe
other
it's-
places they
maybe
have
'cause
jalapenos.
In Philadelphia, it's close to Mexico, like they was saying earlier.
Philadelphia is not that far from
I don't know.
here.
I don't know my geography.
Philadelphia is like a little
It's
bit
like 8 hours?
north of New York.
You know those videos of those guys in the States where they ask, do you know where Canada is? I'd be the opposite probably. Like, we're States. I don't know.
Well, there's like the major cities you kind of know, and then like if they go like some places in the Midwest and like the central parts of the states, I have no idea where anything is anymore. Like I just met someone yesterday that was from where's that place where they legalized marijuana?
Colorado?
Colorado. Do you know where Colorado is? I have no idea where it is.
All I know
Denver.
is up high.
It's in Denver.
No, apparently it's in the middle of.
No, I
of
mean
the
like
state.
it's on the top of a mountain or something.
Oh,
'Cause-
High altitude.
Yeah.
oh, that high. Okay, I was like it's a lot high around
Because
Colorado.
Colorado's in Denver and
It's the
Denver
highest place
snows,
to be.
so it has to be somewhere above there.
Yeah, but it's in the middle. Apparently, the guy said it's in the middle, and you can't drive there because it takes too long. You have to
Yeah,
fly
because
there.
I think they call it Mile High Club. No, Mile High City.
The Mile High City, yeah.
Yeah, because I hear a lot of people train for running. I'm going off topic.
Yeah, because of the high altitude,
Yeah.
the air's thinner and everything.
Or they're just,
a lot
or
of
they're just
the-
all high there, and then they're trying to move
Yeah,
because they're
yeah.
all lazy now. They're all like,
A lot of the athletes with like really great stamina
Yeah.
come from Colorado.
They're deprived of oxygen. But I hear
wow.
if
when they get down to regular people, I'm just like,
They'll be like
wow, this is
Superman.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like, this is amazing.
you like,
I
I
think
feel like I have
regular
higher
people-
power.
Yeah, you can like jump like 20 feet higher than everyone else.
No, but someone told me, it's like, you go golfing there, you're gonna be driving the ball like Tiger Woods.
Oh yeah, the air is
Yeah.
less thick, so it must fly like.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cheap. Like, that's like, imagine like doing. It's like kind of like if it was more intense. That's like the moon. Like you go to the moon and you can jump like super high. There's no gravity there.
Dunking on kids.
Yeah, this guy telling me I can't put my sauce and telling me to eat my noodles like it was spaghetti and meatballs.
How do you eat your pho?
That's
Like,
true.
we have the
everyone does.
chopsticks and we have a spoon. I put my noodles in my spoon, pick up some soup.
That's like the
That's a
ramen
sauce.
style of doing it. I do that
No,
sometimes.
how's that ramen style?
Because
I've had this before ramen.
I
was
know,
there.
but ramen, like, you have this big wooden spoon,
Yeah.
right?
Wooden
Or like
spoon.
you're supposed to have a huge wooden spoon, like I don't.
It's almost like a ladle. It's
yeah,
like
it's like a
mini
big
ladle.
ladle, like
Oh,
a small
yeah.
small wooden
like
ladle.
those bubble tea
Yeah.
shops.
So then you grab the noodles, you put it on the ladle, and then you pick it up and you eat it like that with
Yeah,
the soup
that's
and the
right.
noodles. Right. That's kind of like how ramen is.
That's how I eat my pho as well too.
Hey, I have a question. Do you guys like dry noodles or fresh noodles?
Like the fresh ones.
Fresh noodles.
Oh, you
Yeah, I like
suck.
fresh ones. Why? Why do you like the dry ones? They're smaller and shittier.
Yeah, but no. Whenever it's so slippery, it's so hard to pick up.
It's also-
You're holding your chopsticks wrong.
I know. There you go. You're holding your chopstick.
No, but the problem with the fresh noodles, you have to eat it fast or absorb all the soup, and then it'll be
Yeah.
soggy. You can't even eat it.
Are you saying you take like more than like 30 minutes to eat your noodles?
No, I just like to take my time. Okay.
I eat everything though. I even drink all the soup and everything.
Oh my
I
god,
finished it.
that's too much. Like that's so much MSG and like it makes you so
No,
sleepy
but
if you
even
have
the
all.
flavor is actually different between the noodles. I like my dry noodles.
I don't actually
It's-
remember the last time I had dry noodles. I mostly
It's got that. The texture is different.
It's a
It's
little
got
bit
more
harder.
bite. It's a bit. I find it a little bit
It's a
more.
little bit
dense.
more bouncy.
bouncy.
Yeah, bitch.
That's how you
The
describe
fresh noodles.
Asian
The fresh
foods.
noodles are just the better.
Bouncy.
Also, it just sounds better than fresh noodles.
Yeah, it's like
So do you put your sauces in the soup or do you have like I've seen some people have it on a spoon on the side and they'll
yeah.
dip
You're gonna hate me.
their noodles, right?
I have sauce everywhere.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I have it
all
in my
over your
soup.
faces.
I have it on a plate.
have it on
No.
fingers ready to
I don't
lick them.
even just dip it for my meat. I dip it for the noodles too. Like
yeah,
so
that's-
after
I
put
see
on-
people do that. Maybe I was like, I see people do that. Maybe it's just you I see do that.
No, and then I had one friend. He did it a different way. He had the sauce in the spoon that he's using.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So he's not using it for soup or noodles. So he'll pick up noodles, dip it in the spoon,
Yeah.
then eat it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's such a waste of energy.
I kind of like do a variation of like depends on how I feel really, but I sometimes do the spoon and with the sauce actually and dip it like that because I just want to hold it with my left hand and just dip it really fast because I don't want to go down to the little stupid dish thing and dip it. I just want to like quick and just dip it
Why not just have a lot of sauce in your bowl that's not mixed into the soup?
because I don't want because then when I do that I don't actually mix the sauce into the soup. I keep those separated, right? It's very
weird.
It's very complex. Like you know, you have many different ways of eating pho.
Yeah, I eat it completely different as well too. I don't use any hoisin sauce or sriracha. I like putting my noodles into my spoon as well too, and then dipping it in, getting some soup,
Yeah.
and then I might add like a piece of meat or something
Yeah,
every other mouthful, and then
we should get some pho after. Like that's what we should do.
I always add lime to my my soup. Though. I add a lot of lime. I
can't
like it
do-
sour.
I don't do lime.
You know, yeah, I don't do lime.
I love
It's
it
not that I
sour.
don't.
I don't like
it.
the citrusiness of it.
Not that I don't like it. You just don't give me enough damn lime. So I'm like, what's the fucking point?
Oh, it's just like yeah, the broth is quite a lot.
I do agree with this guy. You should taste the broth at least to see what it's like.
Yeah, but I think
hate
most
him,
of us,
but
but
he's
most of
right
us
about
go
that.
to the same place for pho, so we don't need to taste the broth because we had the broth already. Like there's only like 2 or 3 pho places like you go to. That's
But
it.
honestly, I don't know about like maybe if you're going to a nicer establishment or something, then sure. But if you're going to like a little mom and pop shop or like a Appetit or
Oh.
a train or something,
There's
the chefs are not gonna give a shit what you do with the soup. Right?
You know what place is bomb? I think there are also like Vietnamese Chinese people there that runs the place.
Does the logo have a cow on it?
No,
All right,
Isn't
never
that, wait.
mind. I'm just wondering.
Anyways, that
I'm just
I can't
wondering.
remember. It's like some
Usually that's a good sign.
Trang Hung or something. I think it was called.
All their names are all
It's hard,
yeah. It's hard to
but their broth is actually very herby.
like with the what do they put in that mint or something? What's that green thing they put in there?
Basil?
It was thyme. You're talking about the
Yeah, the
they
thing
have
that's
on
in
the
the
side
broth.
of
No, the thing that
bean
actually in the
sprouts?
broth.
the. No, they don't put anything in.
Oh, they don't.
Oh no, they actually have a different mint too. So they fancy like that, right?
Oh wow.
No, you know what that place is cool about? They also advertise that they make a really good fried dough, which is something I've never seen in a Vietnamese restaurant.
Oh, the
Fried
Chinese
dough? You
fried
mean the
dough.
fried
Yeah,
dough?
the
The Chinese donut
Dough
thing.
yeah, the
fritters?
dough fritters. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that shit was bomb.
That's what it's called now, dough fritters? Because
I
they
don't
kept
know.
changing the name
I
because they
keep
call it Chinese donuts and stuff
yeah,
like that. It's
donuts.
like, as,
No, some of them
The
are
Chinese
actually
donuts
different.
are the ones that are oval shaped, and they actually are like.
no, it's
No.
the long ones.
No.
So you know those Chinese
Yeah,
donut
so
things?
I always call them dough fritters.
Oh man, I call them Chinese donuts because that's what they called it in the restaurants. I was like, what is the, what
No
are these
man, you
things?
can't
Those are
trust
bomb.
a Chinese menu. Like, I think they call spinach Chinese broccoli or something like that. Or it was one of those. No,
No, there is Chinese broccoli. That's the long thingy on the stem, and then there's like small leaves on it.
What?
Yeah, that's the Chinese broccoli. That's what they call that.
Anyways, they never get the name right. I'm always confused, man. I can never buy the right shit whenever I go to the damn supermarket. What else did this guy do that pissed me off?
I couldn't think of anything else that I had issues with. It was mainly the chopsticks thing, and I found the jalapenos a bit weird.
But I didn't actually read the article. Was the article was people outraged? Were the comments outraged? Because I don't really care. I thought it was pretty okay. He just wants his restaurant the way he wants his restaurant. Maybe he shouldn't have generalized it and be this is the way you should.
All the Asians were pissed. They're all like, why is this a white guy telling us Asians how to eat our food?
That's
thing,
racist for the Asian people who are mad. Because I'm like, maybe he actually has a better palate for this than all the Asian people. Maybe he just knows what he's doing. Just because he's white doesn't mean he doesn't know what the hell's going on.
I think they're just getting super offended because he's taking ownership or something that they feel like
that's
theirs.
true. That is probably true. Yeah.
So because of the way that the video was titled, that plays a lot into it.
But if his pho is delicious though, then there's no problem there. I'll eat whatever.
He was saying
however the hell he says, okay, I'm done.
Put a lot of work into it. When you put the sauce in, it hurts when the chef sees. What was this?
Or you can go there. You can go there to his restaurant and just have a lot of sauce and just drizzle it and look at him in the eye while you eat it.
That's apparently what people have been doing.
Yeah, because you're asking for trouble when you do that.
I actually just put a lot of sauce in mine.
I wonder if he just kicks you out then. If he sees you coming every single day doing that, I'm gonna just get out. Get out.
You take the sauce bottle and squirt it in his eyes.
That's why that would never happen at an actual Chinese or Vietnamese restaurant. Those people don't care what you do with their food as long as you paid for it, right? You could buy it, go outside and throw it on the ground. They don't give a shit.
Yeah. They're like, you're here to buy something. Once you buy it, it's yours. Go ahead, do whatever.
As long as you give me money, I'm okay with whatever.
And our bowls back. Give us our bowl back. Give us our bowls back, and we're good to go.
You can pour it down your pants for all I care. As long as you pay for it, I'm happy. Not to say Asians are greedy, but that's how it is, right? We're working hard to make money, yeah. Right?
They're not cooking because they have a passion for cooking.
I'm sure, not that they don't, I'm sure they do.
Maybe they did.
But they're still trying to survive because, you know what, a lot of them did come from Asia and they had a rough time, right? And
the culture there is just very different. It's just about surviving there, right? It's not about, you don't get to a level of comfort where you think about, how do I improve this broth by, adding this herb and that.
They're not thinking about how do I become the best.
Yeah.
Make the best pho in the world.
They gotta think about surviving.
He can't say he made the best pho unless he's on a friggin' rowboat in the water of Vietnam serving bowls of noodles for 50 cents.
It's completely different in Japanese culture because if you're making sushi, you are making it to be the best. Yeah. There's so much pride and honor and everything that goes into it.
Yeah, there's a history in there. Yeah.
You guys watch
Jiro has a Dream or something?
Jiro's Dreams of Sushi?
That.
I haven't seen the movie, but I've heard about the guy. Have you gone?
No, I wish. Especially...
I didn't go to.
It's pretty old.
Because the place is gonna if you want to go, you're gonna have to book a few months advance.
I think 1 month.
1 month now?
It's literally 1 month. As soon as that 1 month clears, you have to book.
Yeah, that's way too much effort. Plus, it's probably super expensive. I went to the Fiji fish market. Right?
I think he's the type of guy that would get mad at you if you don't eat it the way that.
No, you know what? Did you hear about the girl from China? Went there and asked for it to be cooked. She never,
wow.
Because she never had. I think she just never had sushi before.
Wow.
Right? And apparently, Jiro was very nice about it at the end because she didn't know what the fuck she was talking about.
Yeah.
Because I think she did go on reviews and talk shit about Jiro saying,
it's too raw. The fish is too raw.
He cooked my sushi for me, and they would start bashing her, right? Yeah. And I guess
he invited her back or whatever.
Oh, really? Wow, what a nice guy.
They didn't invite her back. I think she said, but when you realize or you understand how sushi works, feel free to come back. That bitch not going back.
She might. If she's I guess humble about it, she looks oh man, it's supposed to be raw. Maybe she'll become a sushi lover.
$300 and she didn't cook my damn fish? What the fuck is this?
Have you guys ever been to a sushi restaurant where they actually cut everything in front of you like an actual sushi chef?
No, I haven't.
I sat at the bar. Does that count? At Goop.
Yeah,
that's the best scene ever.
Yeah, that's kind of because
they serve you don't have to wait for the damn waiter to bring.
Yeah, because they have the whole bunch of containers in front of you, and then they have their little workstation, and then they grab the stuff and cut the stuff, and then they
just give it to you. Yeah, it threw me off so hard. He just gave it. I'm like, should I just eat this?
Yeah. It's like your own personal chef.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm thinking about when I was watching them do that is I hope their hands are clean. It's just because I just see their hands. They're just touching everything. I'm just I really hope their hands are really clean because this will be disgusting if not.
But you know what's fun? I'm assuming it is Japanese culture where they scream hello or whatever when you go into a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
No, I actually feel a little awkward there.
I never seen that in
At
Japan.
who?
I did.
In Japan.
In Japan,
I did. Even at a McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't it loud or enough? With all
It's
the
not
screaming
it's
kids?
not super loud, but they do say it and they bow to you.
No, I'm saying everyone in the restaurant saying.
yeah, not everyone,
no,
not
no,
everyone.
Have you been to Goop?
No, I haven't been to go.
You should. It's
Yeah, so
amazing.
when I was there, what they do is, well, I guess they do. I just maybe got desensitized to it after a while. Like, maybe I just got used to it because they when the hostess brings you in, they say hi to you and then they kind of like do a little introduction. It's more of like an introduction instead of everyone screams at you. They're like, welcome this person, right?
Yeah.
And then they instead of like just scream for no reason, just like.
But
just
when you
wanna give
leave,
it.
everybody says bye.
Yeah.
They say thank you for
Yeah.
coming and stuff.
Japanese or not, every time they greet me or say bye to me, I never know what to do. Even like at a regular restaurant, they were like, "Oh, thank you, bye," or whatever.
Thanks for
I'm
coming.
like thinking, do I need to reply?
Yeah, I think you just walk away. Most of the time, I think I.
Yeah, that seems so rude
away.
though.
No,
And
I
I'll be
think
like,
it's okay.
I don't know. I respond.
I just walk away. I'm just like, whatever. I'm done.
Remember when at my wife's birthday at Captain Boyle?
That
Did you hear what happened?
was a terrible service place. Captain
Yeah.
Boyle was
No.
terrible.
So I don't know why I said. So at the end, the guy said, "Thanks for coming."
I was just like, no, I'm like, you go to hell.
No, I don't know why I said you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because you're doing him a service. But that place was just terrible.
You're the one going there, and you're like, "You're welcome."
That place was, oh
I've
man.
never done that before, but that I'm like, I thought to myself, like, why the fuck did I say that? But never again.
Did you go to the original Captain's Boil?
Yeah.
'Cause I
That's
know
the
they
original one.
opened
The
it
one.
up.
That's the original
I thought-
one.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
I thought it was new. That's why
They're growing so fast. And why are we giving them
I
free
know they're
advertising?
expanding.
they suck. It's okay.
They have one up here now. Within 1 year, I think it was like 5 locations now.
I've never
Because-
been to one. I don't know. I don't find an appeal of it.
Well, okay.
Even
This
out of
is
a
what happened to us.
Didn't it?
Hold on. This is what happened to us. We had like maybe 10 people or more, or something like that, right?
13.
Yeah, something like that. So basically, we all ordered and then the food started coming at random times. Like no one got their food like together, and then they were missing a lot of our foods. And then like we had to keep asking them, like maybe like 45 minutes later, is our whatever still coming? Like, is this still coming? Is
They
this
got
still
a
coming?
lot of free stuff because they didn't know.
Yeah, they kept messing up too. Yeah, it's just, they
They
had
didn't
no
know what
idea
plastic bags it was.
Yeah. Well, I've been to 2 now. It seems like it's very consistent on how they do things. They'll take your order. You know how
free for all. Like just
yeah,
here,
you know how
here you
like
go.
at a restaurant they'll keep track who got what. They'll just come up to you with their food and list what they have in their hand.
Oh, it's like, oh, did you order one of these? Kind of. It's like dim
Well,
sum.
no.
It's like, do you
It's
want
still-
this? Like,
it's still
do you
not
want this
your
bag?
table. No, it's still everything for your table.
Yeah,
But it's the people's
It's your responsibility
responsibility
to
to
know what
figure
you
out who got what.
I guess so. That's a very different culture shock, I guess, because we're not expecting that, right?
Culture shock. This is a new thing. They're just lazy.
But isn't Captain's Boil like a Western restaurant?
No, it's it's Asian.
It's Asian,
Asian,
but isn't
yeah.
it like
Asian fusion.
because having like the seafood in a bag, that's a Western type thing, isn't
No,
it?
I always thought it was a New Orleans thing.
Yeah,
But because like in California, there's a place called Bowling Crowd that's very popular.
yes, and Seattle has something too.
Asian
The
red
crock
as
pot or
well.
something.
It's also Asian red, like Asian infused.
Hmm.
So it's like you can't really say it's a New Orleans type of style, but pretty much a little bit of both. Like because it's like a lot of Asian flavors, right?
Yeah. I did like the flavor of the spicier ones, but the blander ones, you know, the
Garlic.
yeah, those ones were like not good because
Yeah.
the spicier ones had like some.
I
good
read
taste.
reviews. People said the garlic was too garlic. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy?
Are you dumb?
No, you know what?
But
It was true.
Yeah, but you have it. Yeah, you have it, and you're like, this is crazy, and you're like, oh
It
god.
felt like you just took a bite of a piece of garlic.
Yeah, because even when you look at the bag, it's like white. It's like
Yeah.
all white. It's like when you cook like shrimp and stuff, it has color, right?
Yeah.
It's like they suck the color out with garlic or something. Like, and it's just like a white bag they give you.
But if it's Asian inspired, then I can see because like with Asian culture, when you order food, everything just comes to the middle of the table.
Yeah,
No.
that's true.
This
It's
is
like just
just
take it and
another
go.
Asian scam. You get people to give you money and you just give them bags
Yeah,
of shrimp.
yeah. It's basically like their leftover bags of shrimp randomly. They're bags of garbage. Here, take my bag of garbage.
Like, whoever thought this was a
I
genius?
know, it's so smart.
There's all the
so fucking
leftovers from the
smart.
buffet next door.
And all you don't even need plates. All you do is give
Yeah,
them bags.
And bibs to make them all look like fools.
Yeah, it's a shitty tiny bib too.
And
Hey,
like-
it doesn't cover anything.
And the gloves they give you are horrible. I had a cut on my hand, and the sauce seeped right through it, and my cut
Yeah,
was burning.
you gotta
Oh,
double
yeah.
glove it. You gotta
yeah.
double glove
I
those.
might have to pay extra for that too.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, the guy kept not giving us gloves. We asked him for gloves. Can we get more gloves? And he just walked
Yeah.
away. He's like, I'll get to that. And
Next
never
time,
came
bring
back.
your own surgical gloves,
Oh my
the
god.
thick latex ones.
Anyways, so I think overall, I was okay with the article. Like, I didn't find anything offensive about it. I thought this guy is just trying to run his own business, and it was fine with me.
I'm a hater.
I'm okay with it. I think it's just Bon Appetit needs to get their editing crew.
But I will go to the restaurant and I will pour sriracha in the bowl just to piss him off.
If you ever get the chance.
Yeah, just to piss him off. And make sure I look at him in the eye as I do it.
Assuming he's saying he is doing how it was meant to be made, like, you know, because I think they boil it overnight. I'll be the guy that's gonna break in the middle of the night and pour sriracha sauce in it.
See, this guy's just asking for trouble. You should have never said anything like that. Or at least not put it on the internet, because people are full of trolls and they're just gonna mess with this shit.
Or at least ask someone, what do you think of the video before actually putting it out?
And all these bad reviews online are like, it could easily kill his business.
Oh yeah,
Like,
if you have bad Yelp review,
If that happens, I'm gonna feel a little bad.
maybe if he's a douche, then what? But if he's not a douche,
you never
then
know.
yeah.
the way that he was talking kind of sounded douchey.
Yeah,
Like, he was very nonchalant.
or he's just
I
like
don't give a
because
shit
he's
type of
he's
attitude.
filming a video, so maybe he's trying to put up like a front, right? So maybe he just that's the way he has to be. Maybe it's a sad story. Maybe his wife's passed away, you know, and it's like we're all laughing at him. It's
Maybe
like
she died because she didn't get enough sriracha sauce in your noodles.
she's like died of bland.
Okay, I think we're being a little morbid now.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for
Yeah,
tuning
thanks
in.
for
I
having
hope everyone liked it.
Peace.